Hello guys, welcome to Bugs in Code. The problem that I'm going to explain today is remove and reverse. But before that, if you are new here and a person who likes stuff related to coding, then you can subscribe the channel so that you get notified when I push a new video. Okay, so let's get started. Here is the problem statement and it says that given a string s which consists of only lowercase English alphabets, okay, you have to perform the below operations. The operation is if a string s contains any repeating character, remove the first repeating character and reverse the string and again perform the above operation on the modified string. Okay, so we have to perform one operation again and again. The operation is if any duplicate character is found, then I have to remove that character and reverse the string. Okay, that's why the problem name is remove and reverse, and I have to stop if there is no duplicate character. Fine, and my task is to return the final string. Okay, one example is given here. Let me explain the example. The example says that we have a string which is AB. Okay, and in this string what I can do is I can see that A is the first repeating character. Okay, so I will remove this first repeating character and then I will have string BAB left. After that I have to reverse this string. So when I reverse it, then I will have BAB again. Okay, and in this string I can see that B is the first repeating character. So remove this B, and when I remove this B, then I will have AB. Okay, and after removal I have to reverse the string again. So I will have BA as my final string. So BA is going to be my output. Output is going to be BA, and you can even see here that BA is the output. Okay, fine. Now I hope you guys have got the clear understanding of the problem statement. Let's talk about the solution now. Okay, so first of all, after looking at this problem, the first approach that comes to my mind is the brute force approach. The brute force approach is quite straightforward and simple. What I can do is I have I have this string, right? I have this string, so I can simply traverse the whole string, and after that I can find a duplicate character. So even let me write the steps. So the first step is like find first repeating character. Okay, and the second step is remove and reverse. Remove and reverse. And the third step is the third step is called perform operation again. Perform operation. Perform operation again. These are the three steps which the problem asks us to perform. So we can perform these steps manually, and without diving deep into this approach, I'm just going to show you the code. So there are two ways to solve this problem. The first way is the recursive way and the second way is iterative way. Okay, so I'm going to show you both ways, and you can see that on the left I have the Java code and on the right I have the C++ code. Fine. So my first task is to find the duplicate character, like first duplicate character. So this is the code that I have written in order to find the first duplicate character. I'm basically using map in order to store the frequency, and whenever I have I have frequency more than one, then I will simply store the first repeating character in a variable which is index. Fine. And at last, if I have not any duplicate character, then this is the condition when I have to stop. So in this case I'll simply return the same string that I have. Okay, fine. Now in case I have found the repeating character, in that case I have to perform the operation which is remove and reverse. Okay, and this is how I am performing the remove and reverse operation. Reverse is simple. I will start storing string from the backward direction towards the front direction. Okay, and this is the index. This value I don't have to store in the string. Why? Because I am wishing to remove this value. Fine. So at last I will have my string, and I am going to call the same function for this string. Like this is what the line which says that you have to perform the operation again means. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, and the C++ code is also same. Now I'm going to show the iterative way. The iterative way says that you have to you can run a loop, and this loop is only going to stop when this condition becomes true, else it is going to change the value of string s again and again, and we are going to perform the same operation on this string. Okay, and you can also see the C++ code. Now this is about the brute force approach. Let's quickly discuss about the time complexity of the brute force, and after that we are going to jump to the optimal approach. Okay, so let's talk about the time complexity. Let's talk about the time complexity. How like when I find the duplicate character in the string, then I'm running a loop which is O of n loop, which is traversing the whole string to find repeating character, like for repeating character. Fine. After that, when I have done I have performed the remove and reverse operation in O of n time again, after that I'm again going to call the function for like the remaining string. So in worst case, it may be possible that I have a string like a, like a string containing same characters. So in this case, I will first remove this a, then I will remove this, then I will remove this, then I will remove this. So it is traversing the whole string in O of n time. So it is basically like O of n square approach, which I am using here. Like it is basically O of n approach, and in this loop I have two times find repeating character and remove and reverse operation. Remove and reverse. Okay, fine. Now this is all about the brute force approach. Now I'm going to jump to the optimal approach. Okay, so I will start with the intuition. Let me take an example. I have example which is WSL FALW. Okay, in this example I will start from this point. Let's call it I. Okay, so I can see that this W is a duplicate character, so I need to remove this. Okay, and when I remove this, then I have to reverse this string. Fine. When I reverse it, then I will have string WLA FLS. Okay, and then I have to start from this point. But my point is instead of reversing this string, I can start from this index. Let's call it J. I can start from the last. So I think reversing the string and starting from the last is both means the same. So why to reverse it? Let's start from this point and then I will move to this direction. So basically I can have two pointers. One pointer is left to right, which will check the string from left to right, and after that I will have second pointer J, which will check the string from right to left, isn't it? Okay, fine. Now I can use two pointer approach. This means that I can use two pointers approach. And one more thing to say is, okay, I have to find the duplicate characters, right? So the most optimal way of finding the duplicate character is using a hash map. So what I'm going to do is, first of all I'm going to store all the characters in a map, and after that I'll use two pointer approach to find to remove and reverse, to perform remove and reverse operation. Okay, fine. Now the question is how we are going to use the two pointer approach. So with this, let's talk about the approach now. Okay, so I'll take the same example, which is I have a string which is WLA FLSW. Okay, my bad, I have a string which is WSL and FALW. So I have this string. Fine. Now for this string I will have two pointers. The first is I and the second is J. Okay, fine. And I will have a map which will store the frequency of each character. So let's call it map, and let's call it map. And in this map I'm going to store the frequency, like I have W two times, I have S one time, I have L which is two times, I have again F which is one time, and then I have A which is one time. Fine. At this position, let's discuss some cases, like what happens when we have found a duplicate character and what happens when we have not found a duplicate characters. Let's talk about all those. So I have I, okay, and this I can see that I have duplicate characters. So in this case I'm going to remove it. When I remove it, then my I moves to this index. So now my I is at this position. Okay, fine. And it will pass the control to J. Why? Because remove and reverse means remove and reverse means, first of all, remove the character. I have removed it, and after that pass control to J, because now J will traverse the string in reverse order. Okay, so now I am at this J. So let me even write this observation. This is the observation. The first observation is, if current character is duplicate. First is remove simply means I plus plus. Okay, actually remove operation is something more than this, but for this time you can take like remove simply means I plus plus. After that I have reverse operation, which is switch to pointer. Like, okay, switch to pointer, switch between pointers. What does this mean? Why can't I simply write like move to J? Move to J I am not writing, because if I am at this I, then I will pass control to J, and if I am at this J, then I have to pass control to this I. That's why I am writing switch between the characters. Okay, the spelling of switch is this. Now when I am at this J, so at this in this time I can see that this W is not occurring twice. Okay, so I can move my J here. Fine. After that I can see that this L has occurrence 2. Why this W has not the occurrence of 2? Because I have already removed this occurrence. So now my map contains only one occurrence. Fine. For this L I can find that the frequency of L is 2. Fine. So remove it. Just remove it and move J to this position. Fine. Now my J is pointing to this particular position, and I will pass control to I. Why I am passing control to I? Because I have performed a remove operation. Fine. So this S has frequency 1, so I am simply going to move forward. I will do nothing. Okay. And after that I can see that this again this L has not any like frequency 2. So because I have already deleted one time L. Okay, fine. Now I will move to this F. Okay, now let me make it more clear. So my I is at this position and my J is at this position. Okay, after that this F again contains only frequency 1, so I am going to move forward, and now my I and J are equal. And after that this A is also containing frequency 1, so I will move till like I will make my I increase by 1. So now my I is greater than J. This is the point when I have to stop. Okay, so what is the string on the left? Like on the what is exactly is the meaning of on the left? On the left means what is the string from 0 to I, and what is the string from like J to length, J to last. This is my left string. Let's call it left. Let's call it right string. Okay, so my left string, you can see that my left string is SLFA. Fine. And my right string is W. Okay, now my final answer is going to be SLFAW. Quite simple, right? It is actually like left plus right. So this means that I need two separate string in order to store all the characters that are not duplicate. Fine. So now I will write one more thing. Like here you can see that I have written if character is duplicate, then I have to perform this. Okay, but what if character is not duplicate? This is the question. If not duplicate, like if not duplicate, in this position I have to store character. Either I will store my character to left or I will store to right. So if the control is at the pointer I, so in this case I will store to the left and like left, and if the control is to the J, like else if J, then I will store to right. This is what I am doing here. Like this right is containing W and this left is containing like SLFA. this part. Okay, fine. Now I hope you guys have got the clear understanding of the approach as well. But I am going to discuss one more case, and that one more case is like you can see that if I remove if I have a string like let's take a b c d e, okay, for this string, and I have a at the last. So you can see that here I sees that here I pointer can observe that I have repeating character, so it will remove this and it will pass the control to j. After that j simply sees that okay, this is not repeating, this is not repeating, this is not repeating, this is not repeating, and this is even not repeating, so it will store all the character like b c d e a in right string. Okay, and after that left string is not containing, so left plus right will be equal to this, and it will return this as my answer. But this is not actually the answer. Why? Because I have to reverse this string as well. So why this happening? Why this is happening? In order to understand this, let's take a string which is a b c d. Okay, when I perform remove operation one time, then I will reverse it. Okay, it is remove count, remove operation. Okay, if I perform remove operation two times, then string is already reversed like d c b a. Okay, then I will again reverse it, so it will become like a b c d, so it is same string again. Okay, and when I perform three times, then it will again reverse, and for the fourth time it is again be same. So you can observe that when I have even times, like when remove operation is even times, then simply then my answer is going to be same. Answer is like left plus right, which I have already explained you. But in the case when it is odd, then the answer is going to be reverse. So if like remove operation is odd, then my answer is going to be reverse of answer. Answer is actually left plus right. Okay, fine. Now this is what I want to explain you. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the code for the like approach. So on the left I have the Java code, and on the right I have the C++ code. Now I'm going to explain you the code. You can see that I have a map here. This map is used to store the duplicate character, like frequency of each character, so that I can track the duplicate. Fine. I have two pointers, I and j. Okay. What does this flag means? This flag is basically used to switch between the I and j pointers. So how we are going to achieve this using this flag, I will tell you later. But before that, see this CNT count. This count is going to store again the like remove operation that I have performed. Because why I need to store them? You can see that I have to count the like remove operation, how many times I have performed these. So I will have a counter in order to like keep track of the remove operations. Fine. So this counter is going to like keep track of that. After that, this is simply storing the like each character in the map. Okay, fine. After that I have string begin and end. This string I think I have to write left and right, because this begin is going to store the string left that I have explained you, and this is going to store the right. Fine. While my I is smaller than equal to j, then I'm going to have my character. But what is my character? If the control is at I, then the character is going to be the ith character, and if the control is at j, then the character is going to be jth character. So this flag basically represents which pointer is having the control. Okay, fine. After that, if the current character is duplicate and it is not duplicate, there are two cases. So if it is duplicate, then I will simply first of all I will remove the character from the map. I will increase the operation, and I will simply pass the control to another pointer. Like it is equal to switching between pointers. I hope you guys are understanding. Okay. Now, else if the current character is not duplicate, in that case, I have to check my flag. If my flag is true, then the control is at ith pointer, and in that case I have to add to left, else I have to add to the right string. Okay, fine. Now at last I am simply going to have my answer as left plus right. I am saying left plus right because I have given you explanation with a left and right string. Okay, fine. And this is the same thing that I have already explained you. Like if my remove operation is odd, then I have to reverse my answer, else my answer is going to be same. Fine. Now this is all about the approach. I hope you guys have got the clear understanding of the problem statement, intuition and solution. So thank you.